Hello everyone! Welcome to Princess Evangile. Why? Because it's a great fucking game. It's the best game ever. I've played it a little and dude, it's amazing. This is as you might have realized, this is the first time I'm recording a visual novel. Yes, this is a visual novel in case you don't know. As you can see, there are 4 cute girls. We gotta grab them all, one by one, because if you try to grab them all, shit never goes right, okay? Okay, and also another thing, just so you know, this is the adult version. Why? Because when I tried it, I tried with the adult version, and I didn't feel like downloading the all ages version. So yeah, let's just go with that. So yeah, I'm gonna be censoring some stuff later on, maybe. Who knows if I have to censor some stuff from the beginning. Okay, but let's just go. Let's just go and see where this takes us. Yay! Also, if you don't know, the voices are in Japanese. Ugh. No, that was more like a whew. I breathed into my hands. It is cold. Damn, it's cold out here. The sun had set, and it was so cold I had a hard time believing that school was starting soon. Also, I love this fucking music. This fucking music is amazing. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, enough with that. Of course, the state of my wallet was probably affecting my perception of the weather, as was my lack of a place to go. Yeah, if you don't have a place to go, it's normal, you would feel cold. Whew. This time I sighed. That didn't sound like a sigh, but actually that was me doing the voice, so... The full moon hung heavily over me. My name is Okonogi Masaya, and the cold I felt ran deep. So from now on, I'm no longer Crimson, or Crimsontail, or whatever you want to call me. Right now I'm Messiah, okay? From this point onwards, you shall call me Messiah. Okay? Good. Thoughts. My first story started the day before. I'm tired. As usual, I returned to my apartment after work. Even though I was home, there was nothing fun to do there but stare at my father's face. I was back in my hometown for the first time in a year. I thought about rounding up my friends for karaoke, but I don't think I could see them now. Besides, I was broke. Dude, it's not fun when you don't have money. Not having money is really fucking hard and frustrating. The apartment we were in now didn't require a finder's fee or security deposit, but we had to pay the first 3 months' rent in advance. That had wiped out what little savings I had. But running away with nothing but the clothes on our backs definitely saved a lot on moving expenses. Yeah, it's fucking... fuck that. However, no matter how much you save, it costs money to start a new life. Yeah, I had always been poor, but now I was on the verge of being a fucking hobo. I've only just started my job, and I don't get paid until the 20th of the next month. Well, at least you got a job. That's good, I guess. What was I going to do until then? My anxious thoughts swirled around in my head, but I forced myself to stop. It was pointless to focus on the negative. Fine, I'll just go to sleep. Possibly due to my numerous part-time jobs, I hadn't had any time to sleep lately. Having more than one job seems really tough. I don't know, I don't think I've ever had a job, actually. No, I had. I guess you could call it a job. Whatever. Even though one of my redeeming features I'd always been taking care of myself enough not to get sick. I mounted the old rusted stairs that felt like they would give way with every step. My old man and I were holed up in a room on the second floor. I'm home! I guess he's not here. Those mob guys must have been back. Dad spent off his time lazing around the house or fleeing from loan sharks. Of course, I told him to get a job, motherfucker! Literally, a number of times. When I did, it gave me this strange little smile and say,
ごめんね、マサヤ君。父さん、箸より重たいものを持ったことがないんだ。
Well, fuck that! Even if you've only carried chopsticks, you can get jobs for that. For carrying chopsticks? Sure, why the fuck not? He was really hopeless. I turned on the light. There was a scrap of paper and an envelope. There was a scrap of paper and an envelope. Envelope. Fucking shit! Why the fuck can't I read the envelope? Envelope on the table. I checked the paper first. It was my old man's writing. Handwriting, that is. Written on dollar store memo paper.
生活に疲れました。父さんは旅に出ます。
With whose money? Of course. I let out a sigh, then drew the note in the trash can. I put my hand to my chest. Compared to the sadness I experienced when my mother left, all I could feel now was relief. I glanced around the room and noticed what few belongings my dad had were now gone. My old man really had left me. In any case, he had never contributed to our living expenses. Him being gone wasn't an issue. In fact, it might make things easier. What's this envelope? A farewell gift, huh? But I don't think he's got any money. And if he did, he wouldn't give it to me. There were 2 sheets of paper inside the envelope. As I expected, it wasn't a farewell gift at all. There was something written on them. I wondered why it kept this separate from the memo though.
ところで、父さんたちが抱えていた借金ですが。
We owe? I'm pretty sure those debts are all yours.
この機会に、マサヤ君に一本化しておきました。
Well, fuck you!
同封した紙は例の極悪組への証文です。マサヤ君が寝ている間に母印を押しておきました。てへ。
Fuck you! Never gonna sleep again. Never, ever.
よく寝ていたな。きっとバイトの疲れが溜まっているんでしょうね。
Dude, do you not have respect for your son? He's getting tired getting jobs to get money for you essentially. And you just, oh, sure, let me just, and there you go. Out of here.
バイトなんかはそこそこにして体には気をつけるんだぞ。お前の父さんより。
Who are you to telling me that? I'm your fan. Fuck you. Okay? Next thing, the next thing I knew, I had crumbled the paper in my hand. I looked down at my thumb, so that's where the red stain had come from. That old bastard! 1 year ago, we left the town I had lived in all my life, Tsurugigaoka. Our family life had been falling apart for as long as I could remember. All because my father was a deadbeat. My mother had given up on him long ago, but didn't want to leave him until I'd reached a certain point in my life. Then, on the evening of my 10th birthday, she brought me to a park and said, "Son, I need to clean my nose." To which I responded, "Mom, it's okay. I have to clean my nose too." And then his father showed up and he was like, "You know, you two, I really have to clean my house. And my nose." And then they lived happily ever after. Not.
母さんね、お前が10歳になるまでは待とうと思っていたの。
For what?
離婚を。離婚の意味はわかるわね。
Yes, I know what a divorce means, woman.
10歳になればある程度の分別も身につくわ。母さん、マサヤには父さんと別れることも仕方のないことだと分かってほしかったの。
Yeah, I know. He's an asshole.
こんなのは親の勝手な言い草に過ぎないんでしょうけれど。
I shook my head. Even as a child, I understood what my parents couldn't stay together anymore. I'm pretty sure that I misread there, but
そう。ありがとう。マサヤは優しいわね。
Thanks, Mom. In the cold light of the street lamps, it seemed she was smiling for the first time.
じゃあマサヤ、友達とお別れする時間もなくて申し訳ないけれど、早速家を出るわよ。
Hold the phone right now.
ええ。父さんと話し合いなんかしたらきっと引き止められるに決まっている。そしてあの人のペースに巻き込まれてしまう。
Huh.
口のうまさに関しては天才的なんだから。母さんね、もう話し合いもしたくないの。
That is actually a pretty nice perk, you know? Being able to talk his way around people.
離婚届に判をついて置いておくわ。行き先ももちろん知らせない。
Wait, if he knows how to talk his way around people, he could probably get a job in some ways. I guess he's really fucking lazy then.
マサヤが大人になった時はたまには顔を合わせるのもいいでしょう。けれど当面はこれっきり。
Huh.
さあ行きましょう。荷物は少しずつまとめてあったの。あの人が帰らないうちに出ていくわよ。
Oh, I'm not going.
え？
Don't me. My mother's eyes opened wide as she looked at me. To her, it was as if her son had started speaking an alien language. In my childish way, I explained to her that I felt like I couldn't just abandon my father. Yeah, you know, Mom, like, father sucks, he's a fucking asshole. If I don't take care of him, he's gonna fucking die somewhere. But he's still my father. So, you know what, let's just go. Mom would be fine on her own, but Dad wouldn't. That was the conclusion I had reached, which was why I couldn't go along with my mother. Mom was upset, and in the end decided to cancel that day's flight. She spent some time trying to convince me, but in the end she was the one who gave up.
わかったわ。
She left the house alone, promising to stay in contact with me. I could still clearly see the image of my mother walking off into the rainy night. Why did I say night? Fucking. In the end, my mom was right. I looked down at sorry. I looked down at the crumbled paper in my hand. Now that I knew how the world worked, I realized that would let's shoot up from the beginning. Now that I know now that I knew how the world worked, I realized that wouldn't ever turn out this way, whether I had been here or not. I am a robot now. Do as I command. Wait, but what am I going to do about this? My thumbprint was on a loan. The interest rate was 30% every time that... Ooh, 30%! A paper like this had no legal merit, but I doubt that logic was going to appease those two. My father's one redeeming feature was what my mother once called this genius way of talking around people. He managed to hold off even the most fearsome of loan sharks with the most laid-back manner possible. Until last year, we had somehow managed to keep up, but then the debts got too big and my old man broke under the pressure. And that's when we ran away. Damn! Should have just stayed in Tsurugigaoka. Back then, a part of me still felt sorry for him. I had also just graduated from my old school. That sense of finality might have had some influence on my actions. I graduated, then fled to some unfamiliar land and enrolled in school there. I had started to think that the loan sharks had given up and we'd made a clean break, when suddenly the local mafia came calling. How badly in debt did you get? I screamed at him, but my father just gave me that little smile and shook his head.
どうやら債権が渡ったようなんだよ。
You know, the creditors just must have transferred the loan to them. You know, it's normal. It's fine. My father's skill as a hustler just made the situation even worse. Unable to get around his skilled way with words, the creditors had sold his loan to the mafia. And the force they used to collect our debts was on a completely different scale. My dad wheeled and dealed, but in the end, he only bought us a year. And now, we had once again returned to Tsurugigaoka.
やっぱり生まれ故郷が一番だもんね。
It is, isn't it? But you just left. I was mad about the short notice as usual, but I couldn't say I wasn't glad to be going back home. I had just finished my first year at school, so it was a good time to transfer. Fuck. The problem was that, since he never earned any money, the loan wasn't going to just disappear. Yeah, fucking shitface. This time I didn't even have a chance to catch my breath. A new creditor would come calling soon. That was the goons. Their efforts to collect were much more violent. I had known we would. Their efforts to collect were much more violent. I had known we couldn't keep up this life much longer, but still, never thought it would end up like this. I was finally ready to abandon my old man. In my heart, he was no longer my father. From now on, I could just call him the fucking bastard. But even so, what was I going to do? In the past, if a loan shark or a mob guy approached me, I could point them at the bastard and that would be that. On the few occasions they'd gone after me, I could admit that the bastard had still helped me out. But now that he was gone, I had to deal with it on my own this time. Me, an average student, unlike him, I knew I couldn't talk my way out of it like he would. What do I do? I sank down onto the worn-out tatami mat. I had to run away, but to where? I'd already spent all of my money on rent. Felt like all of my strength was leaving my body. Holy fucking shit! It's an earthquake! Just then, there was a rapid knocking on the door. I felt my limp body tense up instantly. Typical gangster. Whoa! Thought I could pretend I wasn't home, but the door was so thin they could easily break it down. No! Each kick caused the door to rattle. It really did look like it was about to break inward. I quickly moved to the back of the room, opened the closet door and squeezed inside. Closing the door didn't block out much sound, but it cut off most of the light and left me in the dark. I couldn't ride this out by hiding in the closet. I stood up, leaned forward, and located the ceiling board above me. I lifted it up and set it aside. Restraining the urge to cough from the dust, I pulled myself up above the ceiling. Holy fucking shit. I heard the sound of the door breaking down just as I got the board back into place.
Alright!
Huh?
There was a crawl space in the ceiling, and despite it being a tight fit, I managed to make it through. From there, I made it outside, climbed down the rain gutter, and ran off at full speed.
親父、どうもイルスじゃなかったみたいですね。
Why is the window this color? Purple windows. These purple windows indicate events taking place from the point of view of people other than the protagonist. Thank you. Piece of information.
押し入れにもいねえや。あのガキ、金もねえくせにどっかで遊んでいやがるのか？
Why would I?
おう、見ろ、清。
え？
あの野郎の書き置きが残ってる。
書き置き？
Huh? Yeah, the fucking bitch left the note.
あの野郎ももうおしめえだな。借金の方にてめえのガキを売る。
Fucking asshole.
あいつが売ったのはガキだけじゃねえ。てめえの魂まで売っちまったんだ。
I gotta disagree with that. I'm pretty sure I still have my soul.
そうっすね。
That was yesterday. Holy shit. And it was night too. So if that was yesterday, that means... No, it could be past midnight, so yeah. I'd spent almost a full day... Okay, no. I'd spent almost a full day just wandering around the city. I skipped work today just in case. I didn't want to make trouble for them. Calling in absent right after I start. If this continued, I'd be fired after 3 days. If I didn't get my first month's pay, all the work I'd done would have been for nothing. I was starting to miss that rundown apartment. At least it had a ceiling in the floor. I didn't want to sleep on the street. I was tired to begin with and napped on the park bench for a while. But now I was just exhausted. I'll end up dying in the streets at this rate. The fact that I wasn't joking showed just how grave my situation was. I checked the contents of my wallet. Again. 100 yen coins. 1. 10 yen coins. 6. That was all I had. I had no paper bills, nothing of use. 160 yen. What can you get for 160 yen? I thought about running out to an automatic loan machine. But I knew better than anyone that once you started borrowing money, you'd never stop. And I wasn't sure if they'd lend money to a student anyway. That's right, what will I do about school? How was I supposed to get any learning done in a situation like this? Due to my unique situation, the school agreed to defer my tuition payment, but there was no way I could pay it with the goons after me. Huh. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how badly I was trapped. I hung my head in the middle of the street. Somewhere inside me, there's a period there. So let's read it back. I hung my head in the middle of the street. Somewhere inside me, I knew that there was no way out. Although the hunger, cold, and exhaustion made it hard to get my thoughts together. People passed by, shooting me concealed glances. But I looked straight ahead and watched them walk by with the lonely thoughts in my heart. Those people all had homes to return to. Wormhouses, with families waiting. Now I'm gonna turn into a psychopath. I'm gonna start assaulting people in their houses. Yeah, that should do it. I didn't have anything. The realization that I was all alone in the world suddenly pierced my mind like an arrow. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like banana. It wasn't like I wanted to live with that freeloading father of mine. But even so, the sudden realization caused my vision to blur. Oh shit, damn! I'm crying! I rubbed my eyes out. I wasn't alone. My mother was still out there. My mother had kept in contact with me all this time, but I never tried to see her. Why? Why didn't you never try to? Oh yeah, 'cause loan sharks, yeah. She has started a new life in a new place. Perhaps now was the time to impose on family. I heard the sound of footsteps passing by, some moving ahead and some moving behind me. Until yesterday, I had always had some place to go, some place to come home to. It was all that bastard's fault. Damn. If I ever saw him again, I was going to fucking murder his ass bitch. And now I'm fucking hungry. It occurred to me that I hadn't eaten anything since dinner the night before. Holy shit. 1 hanpan and a can of milk? Jesus, I'm hungry. I should eat something. You know what? Really? I should probably go eat something. What time is it? I don't even know. Where am I? What the fuck is going on? Let's just keep breathing. If I ate something, it might put me in a more positive mood. Though I wasn't sure what I could do to satisfy my stomach with 160 yen. I saw the lights of a convenience store on the corner up ahead and walked toward it. Just then, a figure appeared near my feet. Huh? Oh, it's fucking cat! Oh. Cat, yeah, you don't. Oh fuck, I want to hear the cat again. Oh. A scrawny cat with mated fur stared up at me. Normally, I wouldn't give a thought to a stray cat, but what's wrong? You're all alone too, huh? I was so lonely, I found myself talking to it. Oh, what is it? What is it? Little cat. Kitty cat. Fun cat. Fun cat. Ah. Ah. The stray kept its distance, but looked up at me with a surprisingly affectionate meow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I got a fish sausage, which seemed like the most filling option for my money. I thought the cat would have run off and I'd hit it on my own. I'd eat on my own. There's no eat. Well, there is a hit, but but when I came back, it was sitting right where I left it. I guess I don't have much of a choice. When I removed the packaging, the cat smelled it and walked right up to me. Oh, I'll give you some. Okay, get it. You can take it all. I can die of starvation. Yeah, sure. I'll just give you everything, cat. I broke it in half, stuffed one piece in my mouth, and offered the other to the cat. The cat quickly devoured it, then looked up hungrily at my mouth. Sorry, man, it's all gone. When a gust of wind sent a newspaper flying, I suddenly remembered the lottery ticket I bought earlier. More precisely, that lottery ticket that the bastard had made me buy. I didn't want to waste our money, but he was so adamant on getting rich quick, he ended up forcing it on me. Now, where did I put it? Did I lose it somewhere? I searched around in my pants, pockets, and crotch, and found the worn out ticket. Yes, in my crotch. The announcement should be today, and the newspaper probably had those results. I picked it up and walked over to one of the street lamps. Just then, an unpleasant sight met my eyes. What's going on? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Evangile.